Hi, today we are going to Dubai's pet market. That's one of the biggest hub for animals and pets in Dubai. So we have to find a parrot which can accompany Piku. Let's see where we'll be successful or not. So we are en route to Dubai's pet market. On our right side, you can see Dragon Mart 2. This is actually a Chinese big market. If you ever visit Dubai, you must see it. Things available here are awesome. You'll find lots of different things and you're gonna enjoy. It's in a form of a dragon shape. So we are just moving on the road, and my husband was telling me that this road straight away is go to Oman. That's another Gulf country. So we have finally arrived at Bird's Pet Market, and you can see we brought Piku with us. So if she can get connected to some parrot, you might be thinking we guys are crazy. We are really crazy. So here, kids, they were very fascinated seeing different kinds of parrot. There is a macaw and a cockatoo and lots of fun. We were searching different shops. We just started from one side of this birds market, and it was really nice to see different kinds of and species of birds and animals. This cat was like looking like a little angry lion, and my kids went crazy after seeing a lot of kittens and different kinds of dogs and all. It was a fun place for them. And I just made them wear the gloves so that they touch them and then they touch their faces so that they don't get any kind of germs and all. So kids were loving to see different kittens and they were asking their names and their species and all. It was a total fun game for them. And here my daughter is just going crazy after the dog, and dog is also loving her. So it was a good place, and the kitten wanted to play with her. It was so cute and loving to see all these little. Then there were rabbits and turtles and whatnot, and little chickens and ducklings. There were many things. I guess for kids, we should make them visit once such place so that they know that there are different kinds of species and birds and animals. So it's interesting also for them. So we are just keep on searching with all this. We entered a big shop where there are lots of birds and parrots just to find one. So this shop has all kinds of species of parrots existed on the earth, I believe. They have a different kinds of parrots, their sizes and colors and whatnot. And this shop has lots of different birds as well. But what I liked here was this monkey which says don't speak bad, don't see bad, and don't listen bad. So it was giving such a good message also. And then we moved forward, and the best part was their ceiling. They have done such a beautiful decor on the top. It was kind of a rooftop garden look, which they have given it to that. And it was a beautiful place. I loved this shop. And after finally searching for an hour or so, we found our favorite Mittu, and we bought him it with the Piku. And initially, Piku was not happy to see him, but then eventually, Piku became friends with him. So we just bought this, and we are going back home now. Hope the way they both get together with each other. So after reaching home, there was a demand for biryani, and I just started it up. I fill the pot with water, and then I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt to it, just to add the salt to the rice which I'm boiling. This water is actually for rice. Here I'm gonna add 2 NSR seeds to give a good smell to the rice, and then I'm gonna add 3 cardamoms, green cardamoms to it, and then 1 stick of cinnamon and 1 tablespoon of pure desi ghee. This is pure butter ghee. I add that because I believe it makes really, really good rice for biryani. Once the water is boiled, I'll mix everything together so they just incorporate with each other. And then I'm gonna put the rice. This is 1.5 glass of rice, which I soaked earlier. And I'm gonna put them in this water to boil them. After around 5 to 10 minutes, we'll check if it's boiled, then we'll just drain the rice. Now I'm taking 1/4 cup of oil, and there are 2 mediumly sliced onions which I'm going to add to it. I'm going to stir fry them. Once they will turn slightly golden, then I'm going to add 1 kg of chicken. This is washed and I kept it for draining. So this is approximately 1.2 or 1 kg of chicken, and then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste which I made earlier, and I keep it in the freezer. Here I'm adding biryani masala. This is Shan's biryani masala which I add. This is approximately two tablespoons because I don't want it much spicy. And here I'm adding 3 to 4 tomatoes diced, and then a plum. These are approximately 6 to 7 plums which I just kept it in hot water. And then I'm going to add water to it just to cook the chicken and masalas. Once it is done, then I'm going to add 1 cup of yogurt, which is well beaten, and I'm just going to mix all this well. So, in other language we say bunofy it. So I'm going to bunofy it really, really well. And once it is done, all the masalas are together and the oil is out, then I'm going to add rice to it and make it a biryani. So this is done, as I told you earlier. Now I'm going to layer it with rice, which I boiled earlier. This thing really, really needs to be careful because you don't have to break the rice. Put them properly. So I've made the rice really a bit, hard, not very, very soft after boiling. They are cooked 100%, but they are not very soft. So I'm going to layer the masala of the biryani with the rice, and then I'm going to put lemon slices onto it. And this I have cut coriander and mint. I've chopped them actually, and I'm going to spread that over to it just to give a good aroma to your biryani. This is what I do. This is my personal recipe which I make, which is not much spicy, yet kids can have it. Now here I'm adding milk, which is where I have added saffron to it. I take a hot milk, I added 2 to 3 pieces of saffron, and then I add that. That's also gives a really, really good smell to your biryani. This is food color, biryani color, in fact, we call it. So I've added it into water, and I'm gonna put a few drops of it. This is biryani essence. It is usually available on Indian or Pakistani supermarkets. So I got this. I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of it, rather 4 teaspoons of it to give it a good smell. On the other hand, I'm making yogurt raita with it. So I'm just beating up the yogurt well, and then I'm gonna add sugar to it. After this, I'm going to mix it well. Don't add too much sugar. I just added 2 to 3 tablespoons to it just to make it a little, sweetish touch. It's not very sweet. So it's a large quantity which I'm making because here in my family, everybody loves to eat it without the biryani as well. So I'm going to add a bit of a milk to it to just give it a creamy touch. So the yogurt I'm going to melt. I'm going to approximately 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk to it. So I'm going to mix it well, and then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt to it, rather 1.5, and I'm going to mix it really, really well. You can see the smooth consistency of the yogurt. Here it is a chaat masala. It's a spice, Indian spice. So I'm going to add that to it, approximately 2 teaspoons of it to this, and then I'm going to mix it really well. So this is called bundi. This is made up out of gram flour. You fry them and it is kind of a fluffy stuff. So I'm going to add this to it, and then a bowl of chickpeas. This is a tin chickpeas which I took, wash them, and I'm just going to put them in. And then 1 cup of boiled potatoes. I dice them and then I boil them in with a little bit of salt water. So this is all well done to it, and it looks amazing. It tastes amazing with biryani. So here is the final look of the raita I made. I added a little bit of tamarind sauce and a sweet sauce over it just to give it different flavors. And meanwhile, I was doing this. My biryani was also ready, and I put it on a low heat for like 10 to 15 minutes so that all the flavors incorporate. And now I'm going to mix it so that the trick of mixing the biryani is like you don't mix all the rice. You keep a little rice white, a little rice yellow, a little rice orange. So the masala rice and the color you added, everything gives a different color and aroma to it. So I'm going to mix this and I'm going to serve it to the family. You guys enjoyed the vlog for today. So till next vlog, take care and bye.